trouble with a lawless president is that it's very difficult to constrain him because he doesn't care about the law. You have a president right now who is totally out of control, totally
He's a lawless president? Is that really a phrase you want to leave? He's a lawless president?
He can't get a carbon tax through the Congress, so he decides
you ask the question. Go ahead.
He can't get a carbon tax through the Congress, so he decides to pose it through the EPA. Obamacare is falling apart. It's totally unworkable, so he decides to unilaterally change the law. The IRS is totally out of control, targeting conservatives, using all sorts of expletives to describe conservatives. This is a president that is totally out of control, and trying to find a mechanism to constrain him is difficult.
Michael Needham of Heritage Action is going to be hearing it from the panel on Fox News Sunday. Welcome to Gimme 5. They don't like that. Of course, Juan Williams will eventually weigh in that it's racist to say such a thing. Of course it is, but here's some more.
They're filing a lawsuit because the President of the United States is unilaterally changing the law, I think 40 different times with regards to Obamacare. This is a lawless administration, and trying to find a tool within the rule of law to constrain it is a frustrating challenge.
You can't disagree with anything he just said, can you? And of course, there are those on the left who have called Obama lawless. Jonathan Turley has called Obama lawless, who said that it's an imperial presidency, just what the founders feared. But that's not good enough for Juan Williams, who was quick to weigh in.
I don't agree with a lot of the points that you were making, Michael, but I hear this on talk radio. I hear this in conservative columns that people are saying, we think this guy is way over the line. And then they say, oh yeah, we got to find a way to get him. Then you hear from Sarah Palin, Michelle Bachmann, and others, yes, we use the impeachment word. And then you come on and say, oh no, we're not talking about impeachment. That's the Democrats. All the Democrats are doing is taking advantage of the fact that you guys have demonized President Obama to this extent, because it's not only does it help them with fundraising, lots of people, especially in the minority community, see it as an attack on the first black president, think it's unfair.
Oh, here it comes. Throw the race card. That's right. When there's legitimate criticism or any criticism of President Obama, it must be because he's black. You know, Bill Clinton was impeached and he's white. Hey, Juan, wake up call. But that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. If you're black, you're protected. And Hillary will be protected because she's a woman. So, you know, they got it all made in the shade. So they think. So they think. Here's more.
All I can do is look at the numbers. If you look at the core constituency, the people who are in, let's say, Tea Party opposition, support of impeachment, there's no diversity. It's a white, older group of people. As to whether or not it's racial, you know, look, as President Obama and others have said, there's some people who don't like him because of his race, some people who do like him. But I would say, if you just break it down as a matter of political analysis and say, who is this group? It reminds me that the Republican Party has become almost a completely white party.
Really? The Republican Party is almost a completely white party. Really, Juan? Does Juan's son work for the RNC? Unless I'm badly mistaken, I think, Juan, your son works for the RNC. Do I have to go down the list of elected black and Latino officials? The governor of New Mexico? I mean, do I have to go down that list right now? Marco Rubio. I know that Harry Reid says he's not really Hispanic, and I'm sure that Governor Martinez isn't really Hispanic either in the eyes of Harry Reid. Just like Sarah Palin wasn't really a woman in the eyes of the president of now, or some now official at the time, I remember saying that. It's almost entirely black party. That would be news to Ben Carson and others. Here's more.
Chris, if you were to open up your dictionary to the word irony, you would find Juan Williams sitting there claiming that I am demonizing people because I'm saying that the President of the United States is lawless, which, by the way, the Supreme Court agreed with. If I
No. The Supreme Court said
being willing to condemn. You think that there's any racial element to the impeachment? You think that is a ridiculous, ironic statement. You're the one demonizing people who are concerned about the fact that we have a crisis of the Constitution. With Jonathan Turley, a liberal law professor, just testified in the last couple of weeks, you're the one demonizing. You're demonizing good people who are concerned about a president who is completely out of control.
Oh, and there was one more. Watch.
You called him lawless, as if he's an outlaw, as if, you know, you have him riding the range. We got to go get that guy.
I think when 9-0 on the Supreme Court,
the core constituency, the people who want him impeached, they're almost all white and they're all older, and guess what? They're all in the far right wing of the Republican Party.
And he might as well have just said, and they're all racist. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It is ridiculous and outrageous. Shame on Juan Williams. On the Steve Malzberg Show.